Well, hello and happy Friday. Hi, Jasmine. Where are you?
This is the Milky Way above some mountains in North Italy.
Whoa, what mountains? Any idea?
I don't remember. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Someday, right? Someday we're gonna make it.
Well, I have been to Italy a bunch of times, so in northern Italy, so that's why I was wondering, but
Oh,
I have not
really?
I've not seen that, but yeah, very cool.
Yeah. The Dolomites are in North Italy, aren't they?
They are?
Yeah, maybe that's where it is. I mean, they're just it's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Well, cool. So far it's just us. I don't know if anybody else is coming. And so I have another new, this is the last one of the new group that I don't think you've seen yet. It looks similar to the two others. It's cats, again, eating either ramen or sushi or something like that. And let's see.
Uh, uh,
I'm going to lunch today for sushi. So I have to wear it. But I have three with cats that are eating sushi or ramen or some kind of something. I just really love it. I just think, and this one's got even like the really pretty cherry blossoms. So I had a friend who was just in Japan last week, and she said it was gorgeous, and I'm sure it is. And I just love Asia, all of Asia. I would love to just go to China and to Japan. I've been to Vietnam. I'd like to go to Thailand. It's just so cool. And in fact, my bedroom motif is Asian. So it's funny. One of my best friends is Asian, and so I'm from Italy and she's from Japan, and so we always are like, comparing and everything. But she loves Italian stuff and I love Asian stuff, and so we're gonna think about someday doing a tour. I've been to Italy many times, but she hasn't, and so who knows? What the future. That's kind of a big trip right now, but someday traveling would be fun. So anyway, let's see. I have a challenging piece that I'd like to get to. Maybe we can warm up. So, first, let me share my screen. I don't know that I have sent you this, but I certainly can. So, this is called the 15-minute bucket challenge. And let's see, can you see it pretty well? I might be able to blow it up a bit. Not too much. Well, let's see. Wait. Ooh, how's that? Not too bad. Okay, since it's just us, I know you're pretty on this stuff. So I thought maybe we could give this a try. I have honestly not looked at it myself, but this is sort of it has different levels, I guess, but don't let the levels scare you. Sometimes level 1 is harder than 3 or whatever, but let's just break this down a little bit. So, looking at this first measure here, so here's our little legend again. So we've got the center is that bottom space, and if you want, do you want me to send this to you? Is it big enough for you to see? I can't hear you.
Yeah, yes. He sent it to me because I've got a second monitor that I blow things up on.
Okay, so hang on quick second and I will send it to you in an email so then we can at least tackle this.
Okay.
All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, did it make it? All right, I'm going to pull mine up again just to have it on the screen. Oops, not that one. Where did it go? Here it is. And I will share my screen just so if anybody watches this later, uh, they will have access. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can see it bigger and I can see it bigger. Yay. So let's tackle some of these. I think these are going to be really fun because they're much more musical than just patterns and stuff like that. And each measure is different, so that'll be fun. So let's just look, let's review our little legend here. So the center is the bottom. The side of the bucket is, that second space, and the third space is the rim. And then we have stick clicks. So 4 things. So just to kind of review, if anybody's new that's watching, so the center, the side, and it can be either side, right or left, and then the rim. It's usually the front rim. I actually have these little metal or rubber tube, rubber things on my stick, which is awesome. So I can play on, plastic and whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah,
You
I love them. They're
You
nice.
told us about these, and I got that. In fact, they send you 2 sets in
I
one
love
order.
it. Yeah, you can play on countertops,
Mhm,
anything. They're really great. So, and they're bouncy. So you get a little extra
mhm.
rebound
Yeah,
there. So let's see. So let's first tackle the rhythm. And so I want to tackle count 1 and 2 is basically just 1 and 2 and. So for now, we're just going to put it in the center and tackle the rhythm. And then we can tackle where we're going to put it. So let's see. I'm going to mute you just in case you. Oh, you are muted. Good. So that way you can play along. So let's just try 1 and 2 and rest, rest. And we'll just repeat that. Ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. 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 So pretty straightforward, right, left. But the key comes when we do the first one on the center, and I'm going to start with my right, but I know you're a lefty, so you can choose whatever you're comfortable with. But the first note is in the center, and then the next 2 are on the rim, and we're back to the center. So we could do it, so actually we could do it like this. This might be kind of fun. I'm going to put my left hand in the center and my right hand on the rim, and I could go 1 and 2 and, or we could do it with just like this, where the right hand's in the center, 1 and 2 and, or we could go 1 and 2 and. That's a little bit more complicated, where I'm going center, rim, rim, center. And I'm going right, left, right, left. So I would suggest we stick with either this way or this way. And I guess for the purposes of the video, I'll go this way so you don't have my hand in the way. So I'm going to go left, right, right, left. But if we were playing in a group, we'd have to decide if we wanted to look the same. Now, we might not want to look the same. We might not care. But if we wanted to kind of look the same, we would decide, are we going to do it like this? We're going to do it like this? Or are we going to be like doing it like that? So for now, I think we're going to pick left, right, right, left. So that's how that's going to go. Let's try that. Ready, go. Left, right, right, left. Rest, rest. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. 1 and 2 and. Now, the third count and the fourth count, it gets a little bit more fancy. But don't let it freak you out. So basically, this figure we can think of, we've talked about this one before, strawberry or Kentucky, and we could stick it lots of different ways. If it didn't give us stickings, we would naturally stick it right, right, left, because it's a right hand world. Or for our purposes, we might want to stick it this way again, left, right, right. So that kind of keeps our hands from going, it gets complicated shuffling back and forth. But if we just go left, right, right, strawberry, it's pretty easy. Plus, we're already doing that anyway. We're going 1 and 2 and then we're just going to do another left, strawberry, and then we have that last note. strawberry cake. Strawberry, we could go strawberry cake or strawberry cake. I kind of like doing the left hand up just for some visual interest. So if we put it all together really slow, it's going to go, whoops, like this. 1 and 2 and strawberry cake. 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 Okay, how did it go?
It went fine. If you were playing this on a snare, which hand would you do the rim on usually?
Well, it depends. I mean, if I was just playing this beat on one surface, I would go right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. But when you start maneuvering, I could go any number of ways. It depends how, if I wanted to kind of stay like this a lot, I would minimize the back and forth. But if I wanted the visual aspect, you would just have to kind of decide. And you honestly don't even have to keep it consistent. I might play it for a while because as I was just doing that, I almost did it naturally, changed it up, kept the rhythm but just switched it. It just kind of depends. And you could every measure sound the same but stick it different, so that's the thing about like some of this stuff. If it doesn't matter, you get to pick. But if you're playing with a group, you kind of want to decide. And especially if you're doing something that's a marching thing or a drumline thing, it's got to look the same. You don't want willy-nilly mess. But if you're just playing on the street somewhere, who cares, right? You could just be doing whatever you want to and changing it up, So I guess it just depends. But for our purposes, I kind of like doing it that way. Where we were going left, right, right, left, because that's a lot easier than going right, left, left. It's a lot of this kind of thing. And then the second part is just going, instead of going strawberry, or, we're just going to go strawberry, or we could have went this way, strawberry, and then brought the right hand up. But I kind of liked it, especially since the video here, I don't want my hand in the way, strawberry, and I could have gone strawberry cake. But it's kind of nice to finish it with the other hand. Strawberry cake. And then go back to this the whole time and finish it. And then this the whole time and finish it. So let's do that one more time. 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and strawberry cake. 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 And if we sped it up, and I actually switched the sticking there just because, again, naturally, it just was easier for me I switched it. I don't even know what I did. But it just, sometimes you just can tell, like, what's the easier route. It's kind of like, I think of it like, I was never a track person, but, when you do the, you run and run and run and run and you jump those little hurdle things, you kind of have to, some people, you don't want to take that extra little bunny step to try to get on the leg you want. You got to kind of plan it out. But sometimes when you're playing, it just naturally, your hands decide, this is the easier route. And in a millisecond, you just kind of know, like, I don't want to do it the way that I just said that I did. This is going to be easier for me. It's kind of interesting how the brain works. But anyway, so I switched it. When I got faster, I switched it to, and I can't even tell you, I'd have to look at what I did. But it was, I think it was because I wanted to do the strawberry, I don't know, with my right hand. I was doing it with my right hand anyway. I don't know what I did. But anyway, it's kind of interesting. So let's look at number 2. So number 2 is actually not that hard if you think about it. So it's basically the center, 1 E and a, and then the 2 is going to be on the rim. So 1 E and a 2, and that's going to be, the sticking would be right, left, right, or if you're a lefty, left, right, left would be the easier kind of natural. And then we've got our, instead of strawberry, we have coconut, which is 3 things in a row, coconut. and we could alternate them, coconut, or if we wanted to, we can go right, right, left. But I would suggest alternate back and forth. So right, right, or left, left. The only reason that I did, for instance, on this first one, strawberry, instead of alternating, it just made sense because we were in a different location to do two of the same. But when we're down here, two of the same is kind of weird actually. So alternate would be best. So we've got sort of so far 1E and a 2 coconut. So let's just do that much. Ready? Here we go. 1E and a 2 coconut rest. 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 We could do it left-handed. Are you preferring left or right?
Well, actually, I'm right-handed, so left.
Oh, why do I think you were left-handed all this time? I swear I thought at one time you said you preferred your left.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know that because all this time I'm like, I know Jasmine's our only lefty, but like you're not either. There's nobody. Okay. Well, there might be a lefty out there somewhere. Okay. So let's finish this out. So we've got 1E and a 2 coconut, and then we've got, 4 and it's going to be a 4 and. So it's going to be like a rim, stick click, rim click, rim click. So if we put it all together, ready, here we go. 1E and a 2 coconut, rim click. 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 Okay. Now, what if we put, I don't know if 1 and 2 are meant to be together, but what if we did 1 and then 2? Let's try it. Not too fast. 1 and 2 and here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4. 1E and a 2, 3E and 4 and. That's how that would kind of go. So that's kind of got a nice little thing to it. Now let's look at number 3. So number 3, we've got 1 and then up here on the rim, we've got a coconut, and then a 3 and a 4. So no sides still. Let's just try that. Ready? Here we go. 1 and coconut. 1 and coconut. 3 and 4. 1 and coconut. 3 and 4. 1 and coconut. 3 and 4. And we can speed it up. 1, 2. Here we go. 1 and coconut. 3 and 4. 1 and coconut. 3 and 4. 1 and coconut. 3 and 4. 1 and coconut. 3. So that's got a nice little groove. I kind of like that one. That'll be a good one to turn on your smooth jazz and play along. I could hear that. Okay, so want to try 1, 2, and 3 together? Give that a try. Let's try it. Not too fast. About like 1. Let me move my arrow out of the way. 1 and 2, and here we go. Okay. And I don't know if they were meant to. I'd have to read the intention of this. I kind of like them, doing 1 for a while, maybe in a song, maybe, and then the next section, maybe the sax solo comes in, jump to 2, and then when that's done and you go back to the bridge or the hook or whatever the other part is in the song, then do 3 and just mix and match, and then maybe put 1 and 2 together over and over and over. You can have a lot of fun with these 3, so they're really good. Now, when we jump to the next one, it's level 2, number 4. It says swing. Ooh, so this will be kind of interesting. Now, they've written it not exactly tripletty, but they want it swung. And so our beat there is 1, 2 to 3, 4 to, which is our typical, beat that you would have on a hi-hat. but they didn't write it as a triplet. They wrote it as 16th notes, but that's okay. They tell us they want it swung. So that's just basically going to be, our right hand is up on the rim, our left hand is on the middle, and we're just going to be doing a typical jazz beat, which is 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1. And the reason we say ta is easier than if this figure was written like a triplet, with this note as the first part and this note as the third part of the triplet and the middle part was rested. You'd be thinking kind of subdividing triplets, but here they've written it like 16th notes, which is really more straight, but they tell us they want it swung, so it was just the way that he wrote it. But he basically wants a swing beat. So 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1. And instead of going 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. It's just weird to count when it's fast. 1, 2, let 3, 4, let 1. We just say ta. We just change it to ta, but it's not really officially, we never really count with tas or TTs or any of that. So it's 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1. So that's just our typical jazz beat. 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1. So the 2 and the 4 are both hands. 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to. And we could just get this going. 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3. Or we could just do this. Boom, do doom, and just kind of know that other stuff is going on. Okay, so that's level 2, but then they've got this number 5 here, which maybe is like a fill, so maybe we're playing swing, and then all of a sudden we get the fill. So number 5 is bum ba dum. Let's see, 1, 2, and a 4. Bum ba dum bum ba bum. Mashed potato ba dum. Mashed potato ba dum. Bum ba dum bum ba dum. And I probably wouldn't, if I was playing on one surface, again, I would alternate right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right. But if we're going to be going up to the 2 and the 4 on the rim, I might do these both at the left. So left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right. Mashed potato, mashed potato, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Left, left, right, left, left, right, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Mashed potato, mashed potato. So this whole thing, if we put it together, let's do 8 times, and then 8 full measures of the swing, and then the fill. That'll be like our fill, and then back to our swing. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, here we go. Mashed potato, ba-dum, boom. And I didn't do that right. 2, let's do it again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, here we go. Mashed potato, ba-dum. There we go. I didn't stick it right the first time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, here we go. Mashed potato, ba-dum. So the first time I tried to, because I like that better. And that's what jazz is all about, right? You got the basic thing, but you get to ad lib a little bit. Make it yours. Because it was natural for me to go, to want to, stick it, which put me, I don't know, it was a little different. But then the second time I did it the way that we said we were going to do it. So now number 6, I don't think is meant to be swung. I think it is just straight. And so it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So let's take a look at that one. So if we were just going to play it straight in one surface, 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 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 1. But they want 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, which sounds like a bass and a snare. Boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, boom, boom. So that's got a nice rhythm to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got that nice, that is just a nice groove. We could probably play that all day long along with the radio. Now number 7 is almost like a fill for number 6. So we could be doing this 8 times. And then all of a sudden, that could be our fill. So it's 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. So the 3 is rested. So it's 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. So center, center, rim, center, center, rim. 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. Let's try that. Whoops. Oh, that was right. Didn't sound right, but it was right. 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4. So if we try 6 8 times and then 7 1 time, that would be like a really cool. We could put that to music, and it could be like 6 is our beat, 7 is our fill, and then we go into the next section. Let's try it. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How'd it go? Woohoo! Getting easier, huh? These are really good ones. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I like these a lot too. I mean, these look like there would be a lot of fun to play with music. You could just pick
Yes.
the ones that fit that particular music. Yeah,
Yeah, and it'd
yeah,
be fun
that's
if we
great.
were live. If we were live again, we could get the whole group doing. Okay, you guys do 6, and then these guys do the fill, and then we go back, and a lot of
Exactly.
interactive stuff would be awesome. Okay, let's look at number 8. So now number 8's kind of cool. So number 8 is not really that crazy. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So it's center, rim, center, click, 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 click. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and boom. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. And what we could do, another fun thing, would be number 6, 8 times, and then number 8 is our fill, and back to 6. So like 6 is going to be our beat, and then 8 will be our little fill, and then we go back to 6. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, Yeah. So that's kind of cool. So 7 and 8, they could be their own beat themselves. We could switch it around where, like, we did number 8 times, and then 6 would be our fill. Let's try it. It's probably not going to flow quite as well, but just for fun. Number 8 is going to be our beat 8 times, and number 6 will be our one time little fill. And let's see how it sounds. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you kind of get an idea how that would be. It just seems like it belongs the other way around. But we can mix and match, right? So let's see. Let's jump down to number 3. We finally get to do some side bucket. Ooh, all right. So let's look at this one. So number 9 is just straight eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But the trick is we might not be alternating depending on where the location is. We might have to stick it a different way. So the first one, we kind of look at the pattern. We've got a center rim and then a side, and I'm going to choose the left side rim. So I'm going to I'm going to start with the left hand. It just seems like it wants to be that way. 1 and 2 and. Now I could just have easily done it where I did it right hand. So I would go right, left, side, rim. But my left hand's in the way too for the video, so I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to start with the left hand. So the first 2 notes are 1 and, but then our left hand has to come to the side. And then the rim again. So it's going to look like this and like this. If we just keep repeating, the right hand doesn't move, the left hand moves. And we're just going to go back and forth. So let's just do that much. 1 and 2 and rest, rest, over and over, like a loop. Okay, so it's going to be like 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. Center rim, side rim, rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Okay, so it's just like this, like this, like this, like this. So we want to kind of get that, in our brain. Grossly, that's what's going to happen. Now, the second part, guess what? It's the same thing. So, yay! So we just keep repeating it. So we don't have to do the rest, rest. We're just going to keep repeating it. All right, so 1, 2, here we go. Six, 7, 8, 3, 4, 1. Now the trick with this one is not that it's hard. Once you get the rhythm, the problem is you get lost. And you're like, oh yeah, this is cool, but like, where am I? So it's really important to 1, 2 in your brain. You want to be thinking, especially if you're playing with a group and you after 8 you're going to do a fill and you're just going, oh yeah, this is awesome, but you're like, I have no idea where I am and where's the fill, and are we going to do it together, or is it just going to be a mess? So you somebody has to be either counting out loud 1, which is tacky, but in the beginning sometimes if you're with a group you could just 1, 2, kind of thing. But hopefully everybody can count and know where they are, or at least on the last time, maybe the person, 8, then oh, okay, this is the last measure, it's coming, be ready. So that's important. Those real repetitive ones are groovy because you can get the rhythm right away and they're fun, but then you lose where you are. So that's the downside of the ones like that. It's because they're so repetitive. It's like I don't know if I'm on one or if that's three or where we are. So now let's look at number 10. So this is 1, 2, and 3, and 4 is the rhythm. And so if we're just playing it straight, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. That's the rhythm. But we're going to probably want to do it like this again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1. Because we like 2 and 4. You know, the rim. Whoops. Can't talk and think at the same time. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3. Because it's kind of like bass, snare, bass, 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 snare. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 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 So that one's got a nice rhythm. Okay, so let's jump to number 11. So number 11 is in 6/8, so don't let that scare you. So basically, this, if we were going to count it in 6/8, this would be the 1, and then the 2 and the 3 are rested. So it's just like 1, 2, 3. And then this would be the 4 and the 5, and this would be the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I just repeat that measure, 1, 2, boom, boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, boom, 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 bop, boom, 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 bop, boom, 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 bop. So we're kind of subdividing. But then if we look at that second measure, we don't want that to scare us. This is a quarter rest, so it gets the 1 and the 2. Here's the 3. Here's the 4. And it gets 4 and 5. And because it's dotted, it gets the 6 too. So this would be, let me just play it. Don't get too worried about the counting, but it's important though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 4. There, it's up there. Ready again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, boom, up, da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And if we speed it up, sounds more rhythmic. Boom, 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 boom. So, you know, it's a little different, but it's got its place. Let's jump to number 12. I want to get to most of these if I can. Okay, so number 12, if you think about it, it's kind of like mash but we don't get to do the tato, like mash potato, mash potato. We just have mash Okay, so mash boom, 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 boom. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, boom, boom. That one is kind of better just, I'm not going to break it down, but just kind of get the feel. Ba, 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 boom, ba, boom, 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 ba. But if you look carefully, which I haven't been, it's on the side, right? My eyes aren't that good. I can't tell what line it's on. So, you know, we could do the right hand on one side and the left hand on the other. Let's see. Right, 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 left, left, right, 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 left, left, right, 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 left, left, right, right, right. Or we could go right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, right. So whatever you want to do, we could even do something like right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left. You know, and it does sound slightly different depending on if you, what happened? Oh, I don't think we need Adobe installed right now. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. It just, come back, come back. Where's our bucket music? There we go. There we go. Okay, so you get the idea on that one. Let's jump to 13. 13 is going to be easy. Why are they counted as a level 4? I have no idea. Maybe level 4 is easier. It's just like click, 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 boom. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, here we go. Click, 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 boom. Click, click, click. All right, so that one's not too terrible. Let's combine it with 14, however. So 14 is going to go... Seems like we've kind of done something similar to that before. So what if we put 13 and 14 together? So 13 and then 14. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, jumping on to number 15. Okay, this one's a little bit, looks scary, but it's not too bad. Mashed potato strawberry cake. We could kind of think of it that way. Mashed potato strawberry cake. But the sticking's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, again, I'm going to put left hand in the center, right hand on the rim, and I'm going to go mashed potato strawberry cake. Mashed potato strawberry cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now that one's going to really groove when it's sped up. So the hardest part is left, left, left. Especially on a bucket that doesn't bounce, but... Or we could go right hand if it's... Whichever one's easier for you to do. I kind of like the left hand being in the center. I kind of think of my left hand as my bass drum, you know. I don't know. That just feels more natural. But this is fine too. Okay, so that's a really groovy one. We could get a lot of miles out of that. So moving on to 16. Okay, so let me look at it carefully, make sure there's no sides in it, because sometimes I can't tell from here if those are centers or sides or rims. But it looks like no sides. And the rhythm is just like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3. We've kind of done something similar. So let's just try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that one's nice because the 1 is easy to find. It's easy to count that one and know where you are. You know, it's like 1, 2. You know, it's easy to know instead of these repetitive ones that continue on and it's like you get lost. So let's look at number 17. It's kind of like the reverse of that. The 4 is going to be by itself. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And are there any sides? No, there aren't. So let's try it. 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Center, rim, rim, center, rim, rim, center. Boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom. Boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So a fun thing would be to do 17 or 16, we'll pick 17, 8 times, and 15 will be the fill. So it's going to go boom, bop, bop, boom, bop, bop, boom, 8 times, and then boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-da-da, and back. All right, so 17, 8 times, not too fast, and then 15 is our fill. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. And notice the first time I altered the sticking on 15. It just felt natural too. Same rhythm, but I just stuck it different. Second time I made conscious effort to, but I think the first time, something like that. Either way, we'd have to decide and then, concentrate and not be so free and natural, but just like I gotta stick it like this. Okay, moving on. 18 really isn't that hard. It's the same. It's the same location, so it's a little bit more rhythmic in that it's got a couple of eighth rests, so it's going to be a little syncopated. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3. Rest. 1, 2, and I'm going to air the rest. 1, 2, and right, left, right, left. So the way I would do those, I'm going to ghost the right note in the air. 3 and 4 and so 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to ghost the last one like this. So I'm going to do these just to keep our spot. And I would play those as left hands. 3 and 4 and. Because you almost imagine if there were straight eighth notes, it would be 3 and 4 and all I'm doing is moving my right hand in the air and keeping it stuck the same way instead of, trying to alternate or do something funny. So it would be like right, right, left, air, play, 1, 2, and 3. Air, a big air. So let's try that one kind of slow. 1, 2, here we go. Rest. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. We'll speed it up. Now, if we wanted to, just in the beginning, if it's complicated, we could put the rests on the rim. So it'd be like 1, 2, and rim, play, 1, 2, and 3. Rim. Just to kind of get the rests and how long they are, but then we really don't want to play them and we don't want to even air them. We want to think them. So you kind of see, you could do different things there to try to. So what do you think about these?
I love them. I mean, I can see putting these together with music. You pick the one that fits the best and then do your little repeats. And it really, I have to say, this really helps to be able to see visually what they're doing in the music, because you can match it up. It's like, oh, is that what that rhythm looks like?
Exactly.
Yeah, that is
I
cool.
agree. I agree. Some people are, really good at auditory. You can hear something and they immediately know what's going on. Other people, I'm very visual, so you could play it all day in front of me and it's like, okay, that's fine. Can you just write it out for me? because then I got it immediately, 2 seconds. We don't have to like do this game right now, over and over. Other people are a combination, and that's the interesting thing as a drum teacher to figure out what works for your
What?
students, but not only that, but make them do the thing they're not good at. So, if they're visual like me, I wish somebody would have said, guess what? I'm not going to let you look at it. I want you to, listen to it and figure it out. Watch me and figure it out. Because, I am so visual. I'm a great sight reader. I can play anything. Just throw it in front of me. Give me a second. But that's not always, sometimes that's very good. And a lot of working drummers, you get paid because you can read, so you can just come in and do your thing and get out instead of have to waste everybody's time. Other people, it just depends on the situation, but it's nice to have everything in your toolbox. You want to be able to be visual, but you also want to be auditory. And some students I've had, you could show them the music all day long and they just stare at it and it means nothing. But if you sing it to them, all of a sudden they got it. But what if you're not there to sing it to them? I've had certain students that I've really had to work hard at not singing to them, because once I did, they did it. But let's say 2 days later, if I'm not standing there, they don't know how it goes. So you
Yeah.
have to be able to do
Yeah.
all those things. But I agree. I like to see it, and it helps me a lot. I don't want to see them do it. That doesn't help me. Show me the music, or sort of like 16th notes. Play all of them, but this one. Okay, I got it. I mean, it doesn't have to be music. Just pictorially draw it for me so that I know which ones I'm playing, which ones I'm not playing, and where the rests are. And then I can account for it in my brain, like, wait, something's missing here. And I can tell you, I've seen a lot of mistakes in books where you're looking around and you're like, this isn't right. Like this doesn't add up to what it's supposed to be. Like there are mistakes and stuff, um, surprisingly enough. And, people who aren't real detail oriented in looking at it, kind of just look at it and they're like, oh, I know how this goes. And they don't even notice that. But for somebody like me, I'm figuring it out. And if it's not adding up, there's a problem. Like there's a mistake because it's in 4/4 and these are the notes and we're missing something. A 16th note is gone. Where is it? And so it's kind of interesting, but yeah, I agree. I love these. I think they're really fun and they're really applicable. And so I think there might be a second page. I thought we were almost done with bucket drumming and we were going to do
Oh,
something new, but I still kind of like these. What would you in the future? Is there anything that do you still like doing these?
yeah, I love this. And my my feet keep going up and down too. So someday you
Nice.
could tell us which one you would play your hi-hat and your bass on.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. See.
because it's like, okay, I'm just tapping my feet, but I know that if you were playing this with music, you would be doing certain things with your hi-hat or with your cymbal or with your bass. It would be not that I could ever put these things together, but
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So for right now, in general, I would say the way that he's writing this bottom center drum is your bass drum, and a lot of times the rim is the snare, and that's pretty much how all of these can be thought of. So like boom, boom chick chick, boom boom cha cha cha, boom chick chick, boom boom cha cha cha, and then over the top of that would be maybe a ride cymbal. Boom, chat, chat, boom, 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 pop, pop, boom, 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 pop, pop, boom, boom. So I've got my foot going too, but it's like, my right hand is keeping steady eighth notes. The bottom space is my bass, and then the rim is my left hand. So, it'd be kind of like, well, I'm going to play it here just to differentiate. So let's do another one that might be more easy. Let's do number 10. So if I'm doing this on my hi-hat or my ride cymbal, boom, chick, boom, 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 chick, boom, chick, boom, 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 chick, bass, snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, snare, bass, 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 snare. And then we do a fill, and back to our beat. So you would just basically have your bass be that bottom space, the snare be the rim, and you would have either eighth notes going or quarter notes. I could do number 10 with quarter notes. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. And I can speed it up. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. Boom, chick, boom, 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 chick. Or I could even do something, you could get your bass drum going. Boom, 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 check, boom, 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 check, boom, boom, boom. So basically the ride is going over the top of this, and this is bass and snare, if that makes sense. And then the fills could be on the side of the drum or everywhere. Yeah, so these are great. I thought there was a page too. Did I send you two? Oh yeah, here it is. Hey. So for next time, I think we're almost out of time. Maybe we could start looking at, and page 2 is actually quite a bit easier, although it's a little bit more syncopated, and there's a lot more open space, which makes it probably a little more challenging. Like number 28 is not hard. 29, 30, 30, those are not hard, but some of these other ones, the 6/8's a little weird, and it's not weird, it's just different. But I think the other ones, eighth notes, and those seem to be easier to grasp. But we can maybe tackle page 2. But take a look at these and have fun with them. Put them to some music. Send me your songs, what you're putting them to. I would pull them up and do them here, but then sometimes if I try to publish this, it gets knocked out with the copyright, so I try not to. But maybe I can find some uncopyrighted music to play along with. Yeah, so very cool. So is it spring-like? Is it spring-like there?
Yes, the pollen is everywhere.
Okay.
We're
We're gonna get 80. We had snow yesterday, and we're getting 80 in a day. So it's we don't know if we're supposed to wear shorts or not. It's nice though. The sun's always out, so you can't complain. But yeah, so we'll do some more bucket drumming, and then send me ideas for the
Okay.
future if you want to revisit anything else.
Yeah.
New and different, new drummer of the week or something like that. So
Okay.
all right,
Okay. Super.
have a great weekend. Good job.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.